Welcome back to another Madden rebuild here, and as always, can you guess the team by the color of the room? I admit the camera doesn't pick it up too great, so I will admit it's not this easy this time, but we are doing the Cincinnati Bengals, ladies and gentlemen. I will admit, their rating in this is an 82 currently. The list I'm going off of had them in as an 87. Obviously, they should have happened sooner, but still a team that I think we can have a very quick turnaround with, provided we hit some certain spots. And I'll be more than happy to give the Bengals fans what they want and actually rebuild a defense. So, there you go. And instead of using their actual coach, we're using me defensive, because we draft defensive. By the way, his middle name is actually draft, so it's me draft defensive. But unfortunately, you can't put middle name in this game, which is kind of stupid. Alrighty, under the free agency here after a horrendous season. Not a lot of signings for us. We got a center, a fullback, punter, kicker, and a left outside linebacker. We really didn't go after much. There wasn't many people wanting to be here, unfortunately. So we're going to have to try and fix that. But the team looks like so. Stellar QB offensive pairing here. Could use some help at receiver, if we're being honest. Tight end's not great. Neither are my guard situations. Technically, it's better if I do this. But defense, a little bit better. Obviously, there are 3 gaping holes. So we're going to see if we can fill those in the draft and see what else we can do. So we'll come back after that. Alrighty, with the injuries free cap over, let's see how we improved our team here. Obviously, focusing on defense a bit more than they should. Left outside linebacker, tight end was a good one. And middle linebacker, all very high here. And a little bit of a drop off there on the right end, but we also got a 73 overall receiver, which isn't huge. In terms of the pick selection and everything, though, we grabbed the best player in the draft at pick 14. So that was a fantastic trade out by me. Let's take a look to see who they took a 74 overall right end. Ooh. They gave me a lot of picks for that, and that is not worth it for them. I'll be honest with you. That is sad to see for the Vikings. And it's a slight screw job by me. But I'm okay with that, because they proposed it and I gave it to them. And team looks a lot more promising. We gotta do some changing of them. I think we'll be good to go. And we have brought them back to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, with an 88 overall team, 87 overall team. Not bad. Let's take a look at the bracket for this thing. Chiefs, of course, get the bye. Jets in the 2. We're in the 3, so we won the AFC North. Colts are in. Baltimore is not in, as I can tell here, but Bills are in at 5, so they didn't win their division either. Jets are in 2. San Fran 1. Nothing super. I mean, actually, the surprising part on the other side is that Panthers are in at 4, so they won their division. And Jets win theirs, so this should be an interesting one here. Hopefully, if we win, since we're 3, we don't play Chiefs till championship. So, if we get there, we should be a little easier off here. But let's see if we can beat these Texans here. Absolute domination over the Bengals here. Domination Bengals over Stroud and these Texans here. 18-point differential, 31 seconds left. Almost basically a formality at this point. Just want to make sure everyone got to see some of the gameplay here. Which means I did a very good job of turning around this defense, which is very happy to see. Which partly was due to some trades, partly due to some drafting. So those are great to see that both of those are panning out. Now, the likelihood of those trades happening, I think, are pretty likely. Henderson. Oh, not going to get there. Get there anyway. 40 seconds left. 4th down. Again, just a complete formality. We have them dead to rights here at this point. So, I'm not super concerned. Ball's thrown. Oh, good break up there. Way to get there. Way to close that gap. 17 seconds left. We are going to run it. Joe Burrow was doing so well. Joe Burrow has got an X Factor activated. Let's go. I'm expecting one run play. We're done. I don't think Houston's called timeouts here. And that's it, folks. One ball game. Wild card winners moving on to the divisional round are your Cincinnati Bengals. Darn, we got the Bills, dude. I mean, they crushed the Colts. Steelers beat the Jets. Are you kidding me? This is going to be an interesting one now. But, I mean, Panthers, oh my gosh. Panthers are now in playoffs too? What is going on? Steelers from 7 beat the Jets, which normally is not like them. Panthers making playoffs, let alone winning a game, is unlike them. I'm at a loss. But let's see if we beat them Bills. We have a better defense. So the issue is both defenses are at a disadvantage to the offense. Like, we both have 88s, but I have an 87 defense. So we'll see if that makes any sort of difference here. Just kind of show the end of the game here. But obviously we are dominating the Buffalo Bills here, which is fantastic to see, because that means this team's going to roll through. We just scored again. Why are we still running this up? Buffalo fans, I'm sorry. You guys showed me so much love on the video. I feel terrible. Cincy fans, you better show me more love so I don't feel as bad. But dude, they just waltz through them. Like, you improved this defense, and apparently this team can play. So, I mean, there's a minute 10 left. Like, Buffalo's 2 timeouts. You're down by 21. You got 3 possessions. I don't see it. I don't at all see this getting there. I see this being a headed to the conference, AFC Conference Championship for the Bengals here. To probably play the Chiefs. Timeout called. Go figure. Minute left. Well, minute 02. Sorry, minute 02 is left. But again, I don't get over the middle pass. 1 timeout left. 56. That's a 6-second runoff. Dude, the runoff for no huddle in this game is gonna just drive me nuts. In all honesty, because the amount of times that I'll get like double digits and in like 12 to 15s on like a slant or a drag route, and he threw that and it was 6. Like that, how is that 14? I don't understand. I mean, I give them credit. Buffalo's making a valiant effort to try and make something out of this, but it's too much to come back from, dude. Like, there's just too much there. 7 seconds left. They got one more shot to score a touchdown here. As a fan of the game, I would like them to, because it makes the score look a little bit better. But I don't think this O-line can hold up against with what we have. I don't think it can. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to. Yep, there it is. He doesn't have any time in that pocket. But that's a divisional win. Let's go see who we play for the conference championship. I'm betting it's the Chiefs. Just as I said, the AFC runs through the Chiefs. And today's time is no different. Chiefs with a somewhat dominant win there over the Steelers. What are the Panthers on? Forget this whole AFC. Yeah, we're on the rebuild. Yeah, but Carolina, what happened? They're never in playoffs. Why are they doing so good? Last second field goal here for them to win it. It's like 56-yarder for McPherson. He has the distance. Dude, I thought that was over. Holy shit, did they just win that? Dude, I still was even recording it because they scored and I was like, oh, it's over. Like, it's over. I'm just not going to show that we lost. I'll just show the end score. And they're like, 4 seconds left. No timeouts. Kick a field goal. And I was like, okay. We'll see if they actually do it. Gets iced and proceeds to do that. I'm shocked. I'm speechless. We have the Bengals versus the Lions in the playoffs. So the Lions upset the Panthers. Was it even close? No. Not really. View yearly awards. We got anything on our end here? No. Nope, take it back. Burrow's 4th. Me pick defensive is 5th. In terms of the AFC selections, Burrow's on there. That's really about it. Hendrickson wins DP Offensive Player of the Year for us. W's. He might get X Factor for that, I'm not gonna lie. Roten does win Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he might get Superstar? I think he was Star before. I don't know, whatever he gets an upgrade, probably. Cox was on there. Defense. Farley and Saunders are a little bit down there, a little more down there. I thought they would. That's upsetting. Burrow's 3rd. Brown's not on there. I don't have any receivers on there either. Or line. Oh, no, OJ Brown Jr. Best defensive lineman, of course, goes to Trey Hendrickson. And that's it. Not seeing anything for linebackers. We have a Turner down here, 10. DJ Turner. And you didn't make the kickers. So let's take a look what that gives us for our team for this playoffs. Obviously, someone gets an ability right there. It's telling me it. But let's take a look here. For this Super Bowl, we have a Superstar Roten. We're going to switch him off of Energizer and put him on Reach for it. Because you never know when that's going to become important, in my opinion. And besides that, I mean, we look pretty good there. I mean, obviously, we're going to put Mims back at the starting guard here. But what are we looking at defensive-wise? Everybody's about there. Unfortunately, they didn't give Trey Hendrickson X Factor for that. It's upsetting. But star-studded defense, star-studded offense going into a battle here versus Detroit. Let's see who can take a win out here. And one of the final kneel-downs here. Just means... Oh, we're not kneeling this? I thought we should be kneeling this place. We're not. We gotta just... Okay, just gonna roll and play. And then we're gonna kneel here. With 35 seconds left to end the ball game to give your Cincinnati Bengals fans a Super Bowl win, finally, and this time it was the Detroit Lions and not the Los Angeles Rams. And we're gonna add insult to injury and kick a field goal, apparently. To make it 23-10 instead of 20-10. Wow, you guys are ruthless. I don't know how I feel about being your coach, guys. I think I gotta retire from this. I don't like being a coach of a team that does this. But there you guys have it. You have earned yourselves your Super Bowl championship. Now, as always, let's go to the ending here and also do the recap based off of your guys' draft to see what positions I went with in trades and free agency and in the draft, to see how well your guys' draft matchup in hitting the points. Find out. Alright, so in terms of what you guys did, so obviously you guys went heavy on, if everyone does in the 2025 draft, you guys went heavy defense to start on this. And to show that, you started off with an edge rusher, Shamar Stewart at Texas A&M. Now, if you're going to say he's Honders or he's Williams, either way, you have hit one of my two big moves here. So, perfect job by you guys. I love it. You also then went and took Demetrius Knight, linebacker, South Carolina, which again would equate to one of these two, possibly. More than likely, that one. So you've technically hit Williams and Saunders, we'll say. You also then took another linebacker, Barrett Carter, in the 4th from Clemson, who is probably Farley here. So you've hit the 3 big spots that I touched on this defense. And that's really the only spots I touched besides letting BJ Hill go. I didn't mess with anything else on this defense, in all honesty. So, you've hit everything you guys need to hit. Now, you just need people to play up to their standard to be healthy. You also then took a guard, Dylan Farchild, guard out of Georgia, which would equate to Ziegler, who I traded for. So, not a bad job by you guys. You just have to find a better guard. I don't know if it's Mims for you guys, but you need another one. You also took Jalen Rivers in the 5th from Miami, who is a tackle, which is perfect because Trent Brown is on the verge of retiring. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many seasons you have left with Orlando Brown Jr. as well. So both of those seem like they're going to be an issue. You also took running back Tajay Brooks out of Texas Tech in the 6th, which is not a bad thing. Obviously, I gave Burrow another weapon in Rolton at receiver, and we upgraded the tight ends without having Gesicki. So, 2 things different there. Not completely out of the woods. But your offense was never really the issue. I just know it's an issue in Madden unless you have a boatload of weapons in Sims. It doesn't work. The other thing I did that you guys didn't do, I took a center. In my opinion, you need to find a center. Just my opinion, though. But everyone always complains about the defense. I think you took enough in the first 4 to equate to what I did. But the issue is you need the people who are already there to perform, and you need those people to perform at the levels of these people in the overalls, and I don't know if you have that. So, I think you guys have given yourselves a shot. I just think it's a very far shot for a 1 year, maybe 2 year. I think it's going to take you 2 to 3. So, you may not have Hendrickson, and that might be another issue. I don't know if you're going to make it there with him, if you guys do resign him, but obviously retaining him helps a ton. But, thank you all for watching. I will hope you guys come back for the next one, where we are going to be sticking with one of our last AFC North teams in the Cleveland Browns. That one's going to suck. I'm going to hate that one. But I'm going to do it anyway for you guys, because I said I was doing all 32, so we're doing all 32. So, come back for that one. See you guys in that one. Have a good one.